This is definitely not the right color. Not it. Definitely nothing fancy. I'm just about ready to get started on the Jon Boat, but I gotta figure out what I'm gonna put the Jon Boat on to go ahead and start sanding and painting it. So this stand right here, I actually built it last year for iCast. Right now, it's holding up my paddleboard, as you can see. So I don't want to destroy this stand because it is somewhat nice. It's got carpet on it. I painted it matte black, so it just blends in when it's on display. I'm gonna build a rough version of it so I could put the Jon Boat on it to get to work. Now let's see if we can find some wood. So I know I have a couple pieces of 1x4 hidden back there behind the trash cans. And I got a 2x4 laying right here. Let's see how long it is. This is a piece I have left over from when I built the pedestal for our laundry machine. Now I gotta go measure how high I want to build this so I know if I have enough wood or not. I kind of like the height that it's at right now while I sit on the trailer. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure the height of the trailer bunks to the ground. So the bunks are 18 inches off the ground. So if I do 18 inches, which is the height of the bunks, and add 3.5 inches to it, I'll just round this up to 4 inches. So 18 plus 4 is 22 inches high. So if I build the stand 22 inches high, it should hold the boat at the level that I need. I have enough wood to actually get that done. 70 times 2. So I've decided to go with 30 or 32 inches wide and about 22 to 24 inches tall. So we'll go ahead and throw a base across the bottom to strap that in. So there you have it. Definitely nothing fancy, but I just made it out of whatever wood I found around the house. It should be strong enough to hold the boat up just for me to get it sanded down and painted, and after that I'll probably rip it apart and take the pieces of good wood and throw away the rest. Here comes the moment of truth. See if I made these the right height and if they're strong enough to hold the weight of the boat and sturdy enough to not tip over. This is going to be interesting now to try to get this up here by myself. It's all on me. Should be sturdy enough to get to work. All right, so now I gotta try to remove all of these old decals that have been on here for years. Get those all scraped off so I could go ahead and start sanding down the boat and getting it ready for paint. But it looks like I'm gonna be here for a while peeling off these letters. All right, so the plan for this is essentially knock off all of the grime or crud that's on there and the oxidation. I'm not too worried about making sure it's perfect because the texture of the camouflage pattern is going to hide a lot of the imperfections. The purpose for painting the camouflage is a couple things. Less prep work because you don't have to make sure it's perfect. It's going to hide a lot of the imperfections. If there's waves or dents, you're not going to see them. It's going to make it more stealthy when you're out fishing, and it also opens up the market to a much larger group of people interested in buying it when it's time to resell it. A lot of duck hunters use these exact same boats for duck hunting. If it's painted camouflage, it's just going to open up that whole market. I'm just hitting it with 180 grit. Typically, I would normally sand anything with 180 grit, and then I would work up to 220 and then 320 before paint. But again, this is going to be camouflage paint. The 180 is going to give it better adhesion to the paint anyway, and you're not going to see any scratches because the camouflage pattern hides everything. And just like that, about 3 hours worth of sanding, I finally got the whole thing sanded on the outside. So I'm gonna blow it off now, get all the dust off of it, make sure I got everything off. I'll hit it with some pre-cleaner, then I'll go ahead and shoot some primer on it. So now I'm shooting some etching primer on the bare aluminum to create a barrier between the aluminum and the paint. For this type of stuff, I'm not gonna use my high-end paint guns. I'm gonna use something cheap. I don't like putting oil-based paint inside my solvent spray guns, just because it can lead to issues down the road. So I'm using this cheap gun from Harbor Freight to spray this paint. Thank you to you guys that went ahead and bought me this off of the Amazon wish list. I'm gonna go ahead and put your names right here. Make sure you wear a respirator when you're working this kind of stuff, especially while spraying. All right, so I got the first coat on there. I gotta let it flash over for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna shoot 2 more coats on there. Not it. That ain't it either. Those ain't it either, although they are nice looking. That should do. We'll go ahead and cut these off. Here's 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. And here's 4. So I'm going to use these. So first you start off with the lightest color and you work your way to the darkest. That's how you get the depth. Things are starting to get gloomy now. Clouds are rolling in. Looks like we got some rain coming in, and turns out, I think I got the wrong color. So I guess that's it for this week's video. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the camel print finished up because I got the wrong color. You see, this here says Army Green. It should have been Olive Drab, but I couldn't find Olive Drab on Amazon, so I just assumed they probably changed the name of the color throughout the years. Turns out I was wrong. Figured out if I could salvage that or I have to repaint the whole boat marsh grass again, restart on it. So thanks again for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe. I got a lot more to go on this build, and it's gonna be fun. And the best part's gonna be when I get to go out and catch some fish on it. I'm gonna see if I can get some paint. On the next episode, apparently there must be a shortage on Olive Drab paint. I don't know what's gonna happen. Can't find the paint anywhere. I've gone to 2 different auto parts and nobody's got it, so. Jump. Skate.